Hello, you guys. It's Lauren. Welcome to my channel for the love of. If you're joining for the first time, I want to say welcome and thanks for taking the time to click on this Goose Creek candle / wax melt haul, if you couldn't tell from the title. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, as always, welcome back. Today on the eve, depending what time you're watching this video is being filmed on the eve of Bath & Body Works / Yankee Candles Candle Day. So I want to get this video up and out to you guys before it kind of gets lost in the hype of Candle Day hauls, Candle Day reviews. I was really excited to do this Goose Creek candle order. I have the website actually pulled up. It looks like they're doing a cyber event for the holiday weekend as well, for Candle Day weekend. I guess you could call it a holiday weekend. Here in Candle Land, Candle Lover Land, it is kind of like a holiday weekend. So Goose Creek seems to be running promotions too, and it's been a minute since I've reviewed or hauled Goose Creek candles. I love their fragrances. I love their wax melts. And this is probably the first Goose Creek order I've done in about a year. These are all going to be holiday fragrances. Some of them are new scents. Sadly, some of the candles I wanted to get were sold out by the time I got them, but I did get a couple of the new ones in wax melts. I have one candle that's a returning favorite from last year that I absolutely love, so I'm going to haul that for you. And then I did also grab some soaps, my first time trying and or smelling their soaps. So this video will move along a little quickly. What I'll do is I will haul the fragrances, tell you my thoughts on what they smell like on cold. I will also pull up the scent notes if I can find them and throw them up on the screen for you guys. Without further ado, I know you're here to see some Goose Creek holiday fragrances, so let's dive into the haul. And the first fragrance we're gonna haul here is Ivory Rocking Horse. This came out last holiday season. I wound up grabbing it in wax melts. I actually did a reorder on the wax melts last season, and I absolutely loved it. To me, first of all, those of you who aren't familiar with Goose Creek, their classic jars do look very similar to that of Yankee. They have kind of the bell-shaped lids, very, very sturdy vessels. The only thing is, I'm not sure if you can tell on here, but they're dual wicks. So they do have 2 wicks. I absolutely love Goose Creek's candles. I like that their jars, their large jars, have 2 wicks. I feel that they start throwing much more quickly than, say, a classic Yankee candle. And for that reason, when I do purchase from Goose Creek, I do try to gravitate towards the 2 wicks if they have the scents that I liked. So I was really happy to see that Ivory Rocking Horse returned. Since I was so in love with this scent, I do want to read you guys the scent notes of it. I actually have it pulled up on the screen here, so I'll read them for you, and then I'll tell you what I get from the scent. Scent notes for Ivory Rocking Horse include soft cashmere, brushed suede, vanilla bean, black amber, cedarwood, sandalwood, and warm musk. To me, this is one of those almost perfumey type fragrances. I kind of found it interesting that this came out like last winter. It's a very warm scent, but I feel like it could be a year-round scent. This is it's almost borderline rustic. Not quite though. If you are a fan of those body care type candles, this could almost be like a really beautiful high-end lotion, high-end body care. It does have a little more intensity because it has that suede. I believe there's, yes, a suede note in there. Very sophisticated fragrance. I absolutely love this one. I don't plan to burn this during holiday season, so it's kind of perfumey. To me, borderline perfumey. This one I plan to burn in the new year. Typically, I'll burn like florals or perfume type fragrances, and that's when I plan to burn this one. I haven't used the candle form of this, but I have used the wax melt last season. The wax melt had a pretty strong throw. It was very noticeable, very, very pleasant. So I expect the same from the candle. So that is my only candle actually. As I said earlier, a couple of the new candles that I wanted in 3-wick form, those were already sold out, which I was super bummed, but I did grab the wax melts. So this is actually going to be the only candle of the haul. Let's move on to wax melts. Okay, I have 4 different scents for you guys of Goose Creek wax melts. Before I dive into actually hauling these, the one thing I do want to mention, and I've said this before, but those of you who maybe just started watching me in the past year or so maybe haven't heard me say this, the majority of the time, Goose Creek wax melts, these things are strong. I used to use them quite a bit. Some of their bakery scents, like their gourmand scents, just don't do it for me. So sometimes like in the spring and summer, I kind of skip them. but I love, they make beautiful kind of rustic scents, pine scents, any of their fall scents. A lot of their Christmas scents are really, really good. Very beautiful scents. So I absolutely love their wax melts. If you haven't tried their melts, I would definitely recommend trying them. They're priced right. They're not super expensive. And a lot of times they have promotions going. Sometimes they'll have like $3 wax melt sales. I don't have the packing slip on me for these ones, but I believe these were on promotion. They retail at, I believe, $4 a piece if I'm not mistaken, or maybe $4.99. I'll pull that up and throw it on the screen. But for what you're getting, it's a pretty good value. You get 2.1 ounces. I usually only use 1 chunk of wax per warmer, or 1.5 if I'm doing my Scentsy warmer, and they have a pretty decent throw. So just wanted to throw that in there. I know some of you are new to my channel, but I haven't hauled them in a while, but I do enjoy their wax melts, which is why I'm going to be hauling some of these for you today. All right, let's continue on with the first sniff impression, and we're going to start with this newbie right here, which is Christmas Village. I'll throw the notes up on the screen and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this fragrance. I have the notes pulled up here for Christmas Village. Again, this was a new one this season. Wanted to get it in 3-wick form, but it wound up selling out. The notes for Christmas Village are frosty peppermint, spearmint kiss, white snow, marshmallow fluff, chili vanilla, and crystallized vanilla. So if you guys are thinking of getting this one, I know this is a new one this season. What do I get out of this fragrance? So I smelled all of these off camera. So On Cold, Christmas Village reminds me of an Andes candy mint, minus the chocolate. I really don't get chocolate. The picture kind of looks like it could be a piece of chocolate, but I just get that mint that you would get inside an Andes candy mint. A very smooth kind of, like they're saying spearmint, kind of a smooth spearmint type fragrance. Not overly candied, but definitely like a confectionery mint. Not super strong. It's not a knock your socks off, intense peppermint. Goose Creek's Peppermint Kiss is usually quite strong. Doesn't seem as strong as that. Very smooth, very mellow mint. So if you like that type of fragrance, I would definitely check this out. I'm bummed I did not get this one in candle form because On Cold, I really enjoy this fragrance. I will do Instagram follow-ups when I start melting these down for those of you that are curious. And that is Christmas Village right there. Right along, we have Classic Christmas Tree. Before I dive into the scent notes on this one, I did double check the price points for you guys. These run $4 a piece normally. They are running a $2.95 promotion at the time of filming. So Classic Christmas Tree, as the name says, this is just a straightforward Christmas tree type fragrance. Let me read you the notes. The notes for Classic Christmas Tree include crisp spruce, earthy pine, snowy woodlands, tree bark, and cedarwood. So what do I get out of this scent? As the name says, it's a classic Christmas tree. It's just like a flat tree scent, if that makes sense. It doesn't have any brightness. It doesn't have any sharpness. It's not as intense as, say, Fresh Balsam from Bath & Body Works. It's just almost like a rustic. You get that tree, you get that bark. It's just a very flat fragrance. I feel like this would be paired nicely if you had, say, a peppermint candle going, or even like a really bright fruity candle or any other scent going. It's just gonna give you that scent of just that wafts of a tree, just a regular tree. I have used this last season. I got it in the wax melts. I've never burned the candle form of this one. If I'm remembering correctly, this one threw fairly strong, at least in the wax melt form. So that is Classic Christmas Tree right there. So the next one is Christmas Magic. This one was so popular last year. I remember Sean, Hearth and Soul, doing a review on it. I think Philly Candleman maybe even did a review on this one, Christmas Magic. And actually this one, as I pulled up on their website, it's sold out right now in the wax melt form. I don't know about the candle. I believe I did try to get the candle in this and it was sold out as well. So this is a returning fragrance from last year. It was new last season. I did get the wax melts of it and I loved it. This is probably one of my favorite peppermint blended fragrances. It's beautiful. Really, really pretty, very pleasant. And I feel like it's very versatile. Even if someone doesn't like a peppermint scent or that's not their type of thing. This is so smooth and it's blended so nicely that I feel like it's a versatile, classic Christmas scent. So let me read you the notes for Christmas Magic. And I have them pulled up right here on the screen. The notes are crushed candy canes, creamy vanilla, light mandarin, vanilla swirl, and warm amber. If you like crushed candy cane from Bath & Body Works, I really think you'll enjoy this one. It has a little bit more dimension, a little more depth to it, a little bit heavier. It's not just a crushed candy cane. It has a little more nuance to it. It has a little more smoothness. You get more vanilla and you get a bit of warmth. And I think it's that amber note that's in there that really just kind of balances it out. This one, if I remember correctly, was a fairly decent thrower. Again, I only use 1 to 2 cubes, 2 max, depending on my size warmer. I will do Instagram follow-ups on this one, but if you're a peppermint fan and you've wanted to try this one or you're looking for a good peppermint scent, definitely keep checking the Goose Creek's website for Christmas Magic. Hopefully they'll have it back in stock this season. One of my favorite peppermint fragrances. Next melt I'm gonna haul for you guys is Tree Cutting. Now I was on the fence on this one because as I read the notes online before I purchased it, it sounded really pretty. I wanted to get the candle in this one because I do enjoy trying different types of like pine, Christmassy tree type scents, but I'm kind of glad I grabbed the wax melt. So of the 4 that I got, this one's probably my least favorite. This one I'm probably going to be gifting. I know that sounds awful, but the recipient likes like clean, fresh type scents. Let me read you the notes and then I'm going to tell you what I get out of Tree Cutting. So the notes for Tree Cutting are winter pine, snowflakes, spearmint, eucalyptus leaves, fresh cut timber, and applewood. Typically, I love eucalyptus fragrances, but I think it's that spearmint and maybe that winter pine. It's very bright. You get a bit of a freshness, almost like a cool air kind of aspect to this one, and it's a little too clean fresh for me. If you want an outdoorsy type Christmas tree scent, but you also like those kind of almost ozone-y, clear, crisp type scents, you might want to check out Tree Cutting. I think to me, at least on cold, the eucalyptus really comes through. I don't get much applewood at all, but I do get like that cut timber. It kind of has a brightness to it. They're saying winter pine and snowflakes and spearmint. It's just very cooling, very, very refreshing, but just probably a little too cool and refreshing for me. This one will be gifted, and I don't think I'll be getting the candle on this one. So that right there is my last wax melt of the haul, and that was Tree Cutting. Next, we're gonna move on to soaps. And last but certainly not least, I did wind up grabbing 2 Goose Creek soaps. I've heard good things about these. I believe Philly Candleman hauled these, and I believe Sean Hearth and Soul hauled these last year or tried these out. I just never got the opportunity or did a Goose Creek order until now to try them out. So I threw a couple in my basket. I obviously haven't tried them yet, but what I can say is it looks like you get a little bit more product in these than the Bath & Body Works ones. The packaging is a little bit larger, nice sleek packaging. The thing I like is the base of these is a little more wide than the Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but sometimes the Bath & Body Works ones, especially if you get the taller, nourishing or exfoliating ones, if you hit them too hardly or if you're going quick, they tip over. These seem to be a little more sturdy. So just kind of from a logistics standpoint, I like the packaging of these. Nice labels on them. They match and mirror their kind of wax melt and candle counterparts. So I grabbed 2 of them. I grabbed Burlwood and Oak, which you guys might be surprised to see me grab that one. And then I grabbed, of course, Christmas Magic. So I just talked about the Christmas Magic wax melt. I did open this off camera and smelled it, and it is so pretty. So spot on to the wax melt. I'm really excited to try this. Very strong. Very, very strong. I almost wish I would have grabbed 2 of these. This will be going into the kitchen this evening, and I'll be testing it out. So that's the Christmas Magic soap. I also grabbed a Burlwood and Oak. This is going to be gifted, and let me read you the notes because this scent I have seen on Goose Creek's website for a long time. I think it's one of their core fragrances, and I was always interested in what it smelled like. Let me read you the notes, and then I'll tell you what I think. So the notes of Burlwood and Oak include rosemary, lavender, oak cashmere woods, sandalwood, and oak moss. So what do I get from this? And would I possibly burn the wax melt and or the candle? So firstly, I got to try out the soap to kind of see how it is on the hands and how the scent lingers. But this is very, very nice. I thought it would be too cologne-y or too masculine, and it's not. It's definitely a masculine fragrance, but it's not cologne-y. It's got a bit of a warmth to it, a semi-rustic type fragrance, but to me, even though bergamot is not in the notes, it almost reminds me of like a flat bergamot type fragrance. It has that rustic vibe to it. It's not overly woodsy, it just has a touch of woods. Very, very pleasant. This is gonna be gifted for the holiday season, but I could see myself buying the wax melt of this just because the fragrance is that good. All right, and that's it on my Goose Creek mini soap, wax melt, and one candle haul. If you have used any of these fragrances, leave in the comments below. Let me know what ones your favorites are. Were you able to snag any of the 3 wicks before they sold out of their new scents? Do you plan to order from Goose Creek this holiday season? If so, let me know what you plan on getting. Before I sign off, I also want to mention that I'm on Instagram. If you're on there, come find me at life, L-I-F-E _ W-I-T-H _ L. I use my Instagram to post a lot of upcoming videos, purchases, hauls, vendor wax, mini reviews. It's a busy holiday season for all of us, myself included. So if you guys are looking for follow-ups, say like on the soaps or any of these wax melts, it's easier for me just to pop it on Instagram. I know a lot of you are on there. So if you're on there, come find me. And you guys, that's it for me today. I hope you're having an awesome day, an awesome evening, an awesome weekend. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful holiday season in whatever way you're able to celebrate. I know we're so far removed, so I hope my videos give you a little sense of happiness, or at the very least, of what to buy or not to buy. You guys, that's it for me today. I hope you're having an awesome day, and until next time, we'll see you later.